Okay, Yanesi, so today we are going to be learning a new concept, and they are R-controlled blends. So we're going to learn two consonants, and the R is really bossy, and it kind of takes over the sound in it. So, can you put the carrots away just for now? I promise I'll give you more time to eat them when you're done. Okay, so for now, you can keep eating, but I want you to listen to the sounds that you hear, okay? Truck. What's the first sound you hear in truck?
TR.
TR. What sound is it making? It's like a chur. We also have BR, and that makes the brr. Well, a word could be like brush, but the first sound is brr. Very good. Here's another R control blend. We have CR, and that sounds like like crab. Very good. Crab. And then another R blend we have is DR, and that sounds like like drum or drag.
Let me tell you something. There's an R and an A in a word like dur, and there was an A, but no B. Like let's say we had R and A. R was first and A, then that wouldn't make no sense because A and R usually do not like each other.
A and R usually don't like each other? Sometimes we find them together though, like drag. You're right. Sometimes we usually don't find A and R together. That's an interesting thing you noticed.
If we have A and R, that will make dra.
Or dra. When it's together, it usually says ah.
But sometimes it says dra.
Interesting. Okay, the next R blend we have is FR, and that sounds like fur, like frog.
Or friend.
Friend. That's another really good one, like friend. Another R blend we have is GR, and that sounds like grr, like grill.
Well, grill is a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. And then our last R blend is PR, and that sounds like purr.
Like pearl.
Pearl is different. It sounds like purr in the beginning, but it's spelled a little bit differently. PR together in a word might sound like press. That's another one. I want you to tell me what you hear in this sentence. Trash is trained to tramp.
TR.
What does it sound like? Trash is trained to tramp. And that has the blend TR. Choo-choo train. That has the digraph CH in it. But you're right. Train is another one. Train. Trash is trained to tramp around a train. That could be a good one, right? Yeah. And you said you heard a bunch of TR in there. That's one of our blends that we learned. Exactly. Okay. I want to show you our cards. My cards are somewhere else, but I'll show you what they look like because they're not here. This is our R blend TR. And we're going to add the cards into our blends every day and our practice in our 3-part drill every day. So this is chur. Can you repeat that with me? TR says chur.
TR says chur.
Very good. All right, our next blend is BR, and we're also going to add this to our 3-part drill. Do you remember what BR sounds like? Brr. BR says brr. Can you repeat that with me? BR says brr. Very good. I'm adding this here. And we're going to add these cards into our 3-part drill. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to use a different chair?
Yeah.
Okay. That was silly. What were you doing? Were you being wobbly on it?
That's a wobbly chair.
Oh, I know. You gotta be careful with those. Maybe we'll put that somewhere else so no one else falls on it. BR says burr. I'm glad you're okay. All right. Here's our next blend. We already learned this, but this card, this is a post-it note, but we're gonna add the cards into our 3-part drill. I'm leaving them here so we can practice. CR says cur. Very good.
But crash.
Crash, crab. Let's think of a sentence. Crabs crash on a crane. They both have
The car crash.
the car. Car doesn't have CR. The crane, the
has a
crane
crash.
crashes around the crabs. That's another one. Do you remember? Let's repeat it. CR says cur. Say it with me. CR says cur. Very good. The next blend we have, which we already talked about a little bit, is DR. And DR says dr, not der, dr. Wait, dr, dr. Like drum or drive or
drop.
or drop. Let's think of a sentence we can make with that. Drum.
The
The
drop went in the head.
the drops drop around the drum. What are you hearing a lot in that sentence? DR, and it's saying dr. Very good. And one of our other ones that we are adding to our 3-part drill is FR. You know it. FR says fur. Let's repeat the whole thing. FR says fur. Like frog or friends.
Or fur. Like
Frogs are friends with no fur. Can you say that one? Frogs are friends with
no fur.
The problem with fur is it's FUR, not FR. So we can come up with another one. Frogs are friends who like fruit. How about that? Frogs are friends who like fruit. What are you hearing a lot in that sentence?
FR.
And what sound does that make? Fur.
Fur.
Mm-hmm.
Grr.
Yep. You know it. Let's spell it out. GR says grr.
Grr.
Let's say the whole sentence. GR says grr. Like grill.
Or cheese grill.
Cheese grill? You mean like grilled cheese?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Grilled cheese. Very good. And our last blend is PR. Do you remember what sound PR says? Purr. Let's echo it.
But
PR says purr.
And it pretty much sounds like pearl, but it's not.
Mm-hmm. It sounds a little bit like it, but they're spelled a little differently. And that's like the word press.
Or can you send this video to my mom?
You want me to send this video to your mom? Maybe I can send it. You think she'd like to see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see. All right. The last thing, or one of the things I want to show you is what our mouth and our teeth look like when we are saying the sounds. So oh my goodness, thing went flying. Okay, the first sound we have is TR, and it says tur, 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 tur. What are you noticing about your mouth?
That my mouth is making a shape of like a circle shape, but it's closed. It has a hole in the middle.
And it's pushing air out, right? If you put your finger, you can feel the air coming out too.
Yeah.
All right, let's try.
It's making an L shape, and it's getting air out. It's getting air out of my mouth.
That's really interesting. It's just like chur, right? Chur, burr. Well, there's a difference. So what happens in burr? It's like it's like popping, and then it's staying open. Brr. That's interesting, right? All right, let's try. This isn't chur. This is cur, like crab. Cur. Noticing something similar with that? What's happening in that one?
It's getting ahead of me and making this. Making it. It's getting out of the air out of my mouth.
Mhm.
And it's also making an O shape.
Mhm. And we're still feeling that push of air out, right?
Yep.
Chur. Do you see your mouth? Chur. Mhm. Do you remember what sound FR makes when it's blending? Fur. You okay?
Let me think. I'm just thinking.
Mhm.
It's just sometimes when I walk around, it gives me how to do it. Says.
What are you noticing about your mouth?
That my mouth is getting air out of it.
Purr. And it's still opening, right? When we do a circle. Here, I'll let you hold it so you can be closer.
It's making an O shape. My lips, and it's a little bit closed, and it has a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's making it's getting air out of me. It's getting air out of my mouth.
Yeah. And look at your mouth when you first start. Your teeth are biting down on your lip. Fur. I'm glad you noticed that. This is the R blend that says, this is like drum. Almost like G. What do you notice about that?
When I'm doing it was my lips came up and opened, and then it closed, and then my mouth made an O shape, and then got air out of it.
Interesting. I see what you mean. It closes, and then it goes. What are you noticing about all the R's so far? What are they all looking like at the end?
They're making the O shape and breathing out of it.
Yeah. All right. This is our blend. Grr, like great. Or what's another one you remember? Are you forgetting? I'm forgetting too. Let's find it. Grill. Grr. Watch your mouth. Grr.
Grr. My mouth was opening.
Mhm.
My mouth was opening, and then it closed, and then it was making an O shape and breathing out of my.
Yeah. Very good. And last.
PR.
Oh, you saw this. Can you repeat the sound that this R blend makes? Purr. Purr. What do you notice about the beginning when you're watching yourself in the mirror?
When I was doing P, my mouth made a pop sound.
Yeah.
And then an R, it made my mouth were open, and then the middle of my mouth was making it was breathing air out of my mouth.
You're right. There's something that all of these R blends have in common. Do you remember what it is when you were watching your mouth? They all have the same letter at the end. What does that letter and consonant do to your mouth?
It makes my mouth make an O shape and breathe.
Yeah. And you can even feel the air pushing out, right? Really good. Okay.
Okay, so this is my slime.
Grr.
This is me. This is me.
Oh, I'd love to look at that when we're all finished. Can you show me? Can you show me that when we're all done? That looks really cool. Okay, I want to practice something, and I want us to feel if it's voiced or unvoiced. So this time we're gonna, just like when we do and we're going to put our 2 fingers on our throat, and we're going to see what it feels like when we're saying those words. Grrr. What are you noticing about?
Grrr.
What are you noticing about grrr?
It's making it's making.
Is it shaking a little bit or not?
It's shaking.
That means it's voiced
It's
because we can
shaking
feel
a
it.
lot.
It
under
is.
My throat.
Yeah. What about grrr?
Grrr. It's shaking my throat.
We can call that voiced, right? It's voiced. What
Yes.
about?
Come on. Why does this keep falling? What's the
Here.
problem with it?
Here, I'll hold on to it. We don't need it anymore for today. All right. What about this one? What sound does this make? Grrr. Voiced or unvoiced?
Moist.
Voiced because we feel it.
Grrr. Moist.
Mm-hmm.
Grrr. Moist.
Mm-hmm.
Grrr. Moist.
Like brim.
A ball.
That's brim. Or what's another?
Brush.
Brush. That was what we learned. Purr.
It's voiced. So
When you hear when you do first, is it voiced? It's unvoiced, and then we feel it voiced, right? Okay.
Now are we gonna do that?
Yeah, I want to show you. So our first R blend is grr, and I wanted to show you. Can you show me where you see it on the alphabet? And where else? G.
Wait.
Your finger's covering it. There you go. That's GR. How about this? That's not B. Dr. That's a D. D. R. Very good. What do you notice about these? Do you see any vowels yet?
I do see vowels.
Do you see vowels here on our R blends? No, not yet. Let's see. Where do you see this? C. R. Any vowels?
No.
What are they then? If they're not vowels.
They are consonants.
Exactly.
No, consonants.
Mm-hmm.
R.
F. R. Vowels or consonants?
Consonants.
Mm-hmm. We're almost done with these. What sound does this R blend make? Almost like ch, ch, almost like chin. Chur. TR.
They're right across.
They are right across from each other. They're really cool. You're right. They are really close to each other. All right. Any vowels or consonants in this one? No consonants?
There is a consonant.
Just one?
Mhm.
There's 2.
There's actually 2.
Mhm. What about this one?
2 consonants.
Can you show me where you see them? Where do you see them on our alphabet? B. Can you say them for me?
B R bird.
Mhm.
Crayons.
And our last R blend.
P R. Right next to each other.
Right. Actually, that's Q.
P R.
Yeah. Look, if I add that little, that makes it easier to see, right? Mhm. They are almost right next to each other. You're right. Okay. Now I want to show you some things. We already saw what they looked like, but here's some things that look or sound that have, or words that have the R blend. So this is trail mix. You know what that is? Trail mix. It's like little pieces of like nuts, sometimes chocolate. Sometimes they have pretzels in there. Yeah. Trash. Mhm. A brush. Yeah. That was one that had BR. Crab. That was another one.
Crab.
Drum. What blend is in there?
DR.
Mhm. Frog. What blend is in there?
FR.
Exactly. Grill. What blend is in there?
GR.
Yes, ma'am. Last one. Press.
PR.
Like I press your water bottle.
Or press my straw.
Yeah,
Or press my crayons.
you could. All right, can you think of any words that have any of these blends?
Pearl.
Remember, you want to. Pearl is spelled tricky because it has other vowels in there before. It doesn't have an R blend, but it sounds a little like it.
Terrific.
Terrific also has a vowel in front of it. It's not an R blend. What about
Ears.
ears? All right, I'll give you a few choices and you tell me which one you think is an R blend.
Frog.
Frog is one. What's another?
Brush. Garbage.
What about?
Garbage.
Hold on, take a seat so you don't fall again.
I vote for garbage too.
You thought of an FR blend before. Do you remember what it was?
Girl. Or green.
It starts with fur.
Fur.
It was something that you might have in our class. Friend.
Friend.
I can think of something you might do in a car that has one of these R blends. Which one? You're blanking a car.
Not a car. A car wheel?
You might drive in a car. Drive. What R blend is in drive? Can you point to it? DR. Can you point to the R blend? That's B. Brr. Jr. Very good. All right. I love that we thought of some. Can you think of any other R blends now that I thought of some with you?
Jaw. No, not draw.
How about this? This is
Garbage.
crash.
Crash.
Really good. Crash. Crab. We thought of a bunch together too. Yeah.
Brush.
Brush was another one. All right, let's see what we have next.
Frog.
Okay. All right, I want you to. I'll wait till you come back.
I need another tissue.
Okay, you can grab another one. Yanesi, I'm going to write some of the words we brainstormed, okay? You said friend.
Brand new.
Brand is a good one. What R blend is in brand?
Brand new. BR.
We said
Or brand new.
yeah. Trash, you said? What was what was the R blend word you came up with that starts with cur?
Crash.
Crash. So I want you to look and see what these look like, okay? I wrote them for you and I also are you looking for something? Here, I want you to take a look. I underlined all of our R blends. Where do you notice they are in the word? In the beginning or at the end?
At the beginning.
R blends?
Hush.
I know of another R blend. You have a
Brush.
who in your you also have someone in your family, not a sister.
Brother.
What R blend is in brother?
Drink. Drink.
What R blend is in drink?
DR.
Look at that. We came up with all of those together. And a lot of those you actually came up on your own.
Drunk.
That could be one. Or drank.
Or drunk.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I want us to practice letter formation.
Letter formation.
So we have this lined paper.
We
And
need a point.
I have a pencil for you.
Make me this. I'll get you.
Here.
You need
Oh.
a plain piece of paper?
I had paper, but you can get that too, if you want.
Okay.
We'll use that later. All right, I want you to practice writing the blends, okay?
Wait, where's the box that had the tissue that was empty?
I threw it away. All right.
Oh.
I have a pencil for you. And I want you to practice. You can use these letters to help you remember when you spotted them in the alphabet. I want you to practice and show me how you think they would look.
Mm-hmm.
So here's GR.
GR.
Make sure that on your GR, they look kind of small. You see how my B does not go past this dotted line? Make sure that when you're lowercase, you're in between that dotted line and the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Now we do this.
Okay. All right, here's your next blend. You can circle them too if you'd like.
It's like a little,
Yeah.
letters of soup. It's just like that, but in a different way.
Yeah.
It's
All right, try it on your own. There's another line right there. Make sure they look small and under that dotted line. Very good. That was really neat. Okay, here's your next R blend. What sound does this R blend make? Like drum or drive or drank.
Or drum. That's a.
It is a word. Can you write it here for me? Make sure that looks all the way under that line, just like you did your C. And your line and your D can come all the way up to this blue line. Goes all the way to the sky. Perfect. Our next blend is fur. Can you write it for me here?
Fur.
Yeah.
Can this go all the way to the top?
It does. F goes all